Title: Echoes of Tomorrow. Opening scene: a young scientist, Ethan, works late in his lab, exhausted but determined. He has spent years building a device capable of sending messages through time. Tonight, he is ready for his first test. He types a simple message, "Hello," and sets the transmission date to 20 years in the future. He presses send. Nothing happens. Just as he sighs in disappointment, his screen flickers. A response appears: "Ethan? It's you, from the future." Ethan is stunned. The message claims to be from his older self, warning him of an event that will change his life forever. Future Ethan begs him, "Don't go to the bridge tomorrow." But there is no explanation. The message ends abruptly. Ethan is skeptical but intrigued. He debates ignoring it, but his curiosity wins. He decides to stay home the next day. The next morning, Ethan sees a news report. A tragic accident occurred on the bridge. A driver lost control, causing a pileup. Among the casualties is a woman, Clara. Ethan's heart stops. Clara was his childhood friend, the one who inspired him to become a scientist. He hasn't spoken to her in years. Feeling guilty and desperate, Ethan races back to his lab, sending another message, "Why Clara?" The response comes instantly, "Because saving her was the only way to save yourself." Ethan is torn. If he warns Clara, she might live, but what does his future self mean by saving himself? More messages reveal a painful truth: Clara's death pushed him to invent time messaging in the first place. If she lives, he never creates this technology, never warns himself, and the cycle collapses. He has two choices: let fate unfold and lose her forever, or change the past and erase the very thing that allowed him to save her in the first place. Ethan makes his decision. He sends one final message: "Clara, don't take the bridge." The screen goes black. Suddenly, his memories shift. He is no longer in the lab. He is in a small cafe. Across from him sits Clara, alive, smiling. But something feels off. He doesn't remember how he got here. Clara notices his confusion. "Are you okay, Ethan? You spaced out for a second." As he looks at her, a vague memory flickers: a dark lab, a desperate message, a warning from himself. But it's all slipping away, fading like a dream. He smiles. "Yeah, I'm okay. Just a strange feeling, like I've been given a second chance." Days pass, and Ethan tries to move on, embracing his second chance with Clara. But as he sits at his desk, doodling absent-mindedly, he notices something odd. His hand sketches out the schematics of the time messaging device without thinking. The knowledge lingers, even though the reason for its existence has vanished. One night, curiosity takes hold. He powers up his computer, hesitates, and then types, "Hello?" A minute passes. The screen flickers. A response appears: "Ethan? It's you, from the future." Ethan's breath catches. The cycle may have changed, but some echoes of tomorrow are impossible to erase. Final act: breaking the loop. Determined to understand, Ethan continues the conversation, asking his future self for answers. The messages reveal that time is not a straight line but a repeating echo, one he has been trapped in for lifetimes. Each time he saves Clara, he unknowingly sets events in motion that bring him back to the same choice. Realizing that preventing Clara's accident isn't enough, Ethan makes a radical decision: will destroy the time messaging device and erase his knowledge of its existence forever. He sends one last message to his future self: "This ends now." Ethan wipes his hard drive, burns his notes, and dismantles the device piece by piece. As he does, his memories blur, the weight of past timelines dissolving. A final flicker of the screen catches his eye before it goes dark. "Thank you." The next morning, Ethan wakes up feeling lighter than ever. Clara is safe, and for the first time, he feels truly free. The echoes of tomorrow have finally been silenced.